Join me in welcoming the fabulous Colette Baron-Reid.
One of the things in our society, unfortunately, even though it's been great that we've, especially here in New York, we go, 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 go. Everything is go, go, go. We become very goal-oriented. You know, it's like, make a goal, make it happen. And you forget about the process of living. We all forget that life is a day at a time, and life's a minute at a time, and that we're worried constantly about something in the future. So another reason why, even though I've read now over 50,000 people, I have clients in 29 countries, I've been doing this work now for 22 years, and I'm always leery about future predictions. Even though I will give them, because I see things, I just say, let's see, because it's a day at a time. I always find it very dangerous when we get too fixated on a future, when you have to make that future in the now. The now is the most important time. The process is in the now. We get to answer those questions about who will I be when I am the person I want to be. Well, you got to start right now. I can predict till the cows come home that I see this thing happening. And it's a great thing to go, okay, but I always say, file it. Just file it, and then see. You got to have a detachment about this, because if we stay only about goals, we miss out on so much. We really do. That's how come we've created the kind of world that we have now. Lots of great things, lots of problems now. And as we come to 2012, again, these next 2 years are going to be crucial, 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 crucial in our awakening, in our understanding of what community means and what it means to be connected. I mean, like I said, doing the readings today, I just connect you. These are keys. We already are connected. It's not like I get inside you. I mean, you know, I remember the first time somebody explaining to me where the soul was, and then I used to see pictures when I was a kid in church about when somebody dies and then this ghost comes up and either goes up to heaven to get to stare at God and listening to bad harp music, or going down to hell and listening to heavy metal music and being, you know, in fire and brimstone or whatever. So you got to go up or down, and that was the end of that. But it was inside a body. But in fact, can imagine that I believe spirit is stewarding a body. Spirit is much bigger than us. Our soul is huge. Our body is born. It evolves, but it just holds us. We get older, we die. It's still there. It doesn't get to leave anywhere. It takes us and infuses us with spirit. It's the exact opposite. It's like putting on a glove. If we think of it that way, then how can we not be connected? Why are we separate, right? And that all our paths are important and all our suffering is important. The other thing I've learned too in the past, you know, all these years of doing readings and now being on tour with Sylvia Browne, I've actually done readings in front of it. I guess I counted, it's been over 100,000 people now in the past 2.5 years. I think a little bit over that. And I don't care where you come from, we're all the same. Whether you're rich, whether you're poor. And that sounds like a trite statement, but it's true. And none of us want to suffer. We think, how dare I have to suffer? Shit happens. And you know, it's like, life is unreasonable. And that whole sentence about, you know, everything happens for a reason. I don't buy that one bit. I believe our job is to find purpose in the things that happen to us. We turn lemons into lemonade. That's our job. That's how we find our spirit, is we take what we are given, life on life's terms, and we stop this whole new age gobbledygook about manifesting. I didn't manifest it right and therefore I should be spanked. Or, you know, or I didn't do the secret right or whatever. That's crap. You know, we absolutely are both, like Greg Braden says, we are both passive observers and conscious creators. We are both observers and creators. We are passive and we are active. Absolutely everything. That gives us way too much power. The power within us works through us, and we have no clue as to the design. We just have to show up for it. And that's something that it's taken me a long time to understand, because it's not something that I want to know, but it's something I've observed and something I've come to realize, that that's the only way we can be compassionate with ourselves and with other people, instead of looking at us as that we are somehow failures because things are difficult. Because I've never run into a person, I don't care, some of the celebrities I read, you know, like people think, oh, I want to be just like them. Trust me, you do not. Right? So, you know, it's like we think, oh, they have the perfect life. Well, the perfect life is surrendering to the joy of the awe of living. And that's what I have learned, that spirit is in all things. For those of you who don't know about my first book, I talked about my life pretty honestly and candidly in that book. You know, I really shouldn't even be alive. I mean, I was a drug addict, an alcoholic. I was gang raped when I was 19. I had tons of violence happen to me in my early 20s. I told a tenth of my story in that book. I've been clean and sober 23 years now. I have turned lemons into lemonade. A lot of things that happened to me were not fair. They were not caused by me, and I can't say they happened for a reason. Just like my grandfather, who was a victim of the Holocaust. I can't say, oh, that happened for a reason. You can't say that. What you do is you make something out of yourself, and you do it with humor, and you do it with conscience, and you do it to the best of your ability with as much morality. You learn, you scrape your knees, you get up anyway, and you learn to love yourself and other people. And that's all we're really expected to do. And the thing too is I realize that, I read a lot of people. I love New Yorkers, for example. I love the fast. I'm electric. You just put me in. In Sedona, they don't know what I hit them. They're like, here comes the hurricane. I talk twice as fast as anybody down there. But I love that we can be, spirituality is something that we live, and we can live it in our fast-paced life too if we slow down long enough in the vortex to grab onto it and go, I can be in the world and not be of the world. I can look for love, I can be love, I can make mistakes, I can still have a career, but I can pay attention to the spirit in all things. We don't have to go to a mountaintop and forget about shaving our legs and our underarms and eat rice for the rest of our lives, and meditate. That is not spirituality. Maybe for some people, but it's not. We live here. And that's the thing too, is when people do readings for me, you'd be surprised. People say, oh, what do they ask you? They want to know about their love life, their careers. Most of the time, people talk to me about how they feel about themselves and about their place in the world, because those things that we talk about our career, our love life, those are accoutrements to something else. And when we get talking longer, we find out these are the layers that we peel away from the fact that we are here in the world, and we want to know ourselves. And that's what it's all about, is knowing that we are spiritual beings, having a human experience, and what does that mean, right? And so when I created the cards, I thought, you know what? We are going to ask questions aloud. What am I supposed to do with my laundry? Not the car, you're not going to ask the cars that, hopefully not. Then you would have to go to the hospital. So day-to-day things that are just the day-to-day, they count, they do count. That our spirituality is in the actions of chopping wood and carrying water. That's the part. It's not about, people say, oh, wow, you're so successful. Oh, yeah, okay, fine. I was really lucky. I got to deal with hay house. But you can ask my husband. I'm just as messed up as the next person, and I have to do my work on a day-to-day basis. I have to wake up in the morning. I have to look at my goblins. I have to say, how can I heal today? Who can I help today? How can I get out of myself today? What can I do for other people today? And, some days I just have to lie down. It's too much and I can't handle it. And that's life. And you got to just be who you are and not have, I really believe too, I've had 50,000 people now under my belt. I have all these people who have, rich, poor. Most of I read from a particular demographic, so I can't really say I read a lot of people who are, impoverished, because I'm not exposed to that, but I'm exposed to the swathe of the modern society that are you and me, and we're from this level here, and everybody has that same desire and need to count. We all want to mean something, and we can. Put your hand up if you want a reading again.